Hello and welcome back to Municipal Matters here on TV Kojiko. I'm your host, Dave Glover, and joining me now are Bill Patchett, who is one of the founders on the board of directors as well as a key fundraiser for Keystone House, Nancy Brown, who is the executive director of Keystone House, and Bill Johnson, who is also one of the founders of Keystone House and the fundraising that's gone on for that. Now, before we get to any further here, we had Lara Scott on the show earlier, and I understand Keystone House is also involved in a fundraiser this weekend during Winter Festival.
Yes, they are, Dave, and I'm really pleased that you raised the issue because had you not, I would have raised it myself. This Saturday from 11 till 2, the mayor, the deputy mayor, and councillors, we're going to have Peter DeLandy, Gil Brockenier, Bob Spooner, Bill McDonald, Stan Frost, and Dean McCaughey there, and they're going to give of their time and their money. They're going to supply everything, and we're going to do a barbecue for hamburgers, soft drinks, etc., and all that money will be going to Keystone. So I'm really pleased with it, and I'm inviting everyone in Northumberland County to come down and
Have a Keystone burger.
make a donation of $3, but get something back in return.
And that's the way it is with fundraising these days.
Yes, it
isn't
is. Absolutely.
I mean, people are happy to give as long as
Yes.
there's an event.
Yes, and we've got both newspapers on board. The radio station is going to advertise it for us, so we're looking forward to a lot of people showing up.
Well, the reason we're on today, I guess, is to talk about the launch, and you folks are now prepared to start construction of your first home for Keystone House, one of 6, I understand, and the first one in Northumberland County will be here in Cobourg, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so when are we expecting the shovels in the ground? I guess May?
Well, in May, but before you get into it, I think it's important that everyone realize that the support throughout Northumberland County has been absolutely phenomenal. We have in excess of $300,000 cash in the bank, earning interest, not in the stock market, just earning very small, but we're pleased. And we have another commitment of about $300,000. During the last year, we kind of lost $100,000 through the stock market that people were going to invest in with the teacher's pension with the Bell stocks, but that fell apart and a few other things. But we're moving ahead quickly. We definitely have Lou Rinaldi on board, the provincial government. As you had him on television the other day, he made a commitment, yes, they are going to support him. And that's what we've been waiting for, because we do have presentations coming up to some of the other nonprofit clubs asking for as much as $200,000, and we needed that to firm up this whole agreement. Once we had the government's support, we knew we were on our way.
Well, I guess we'll get Nancy to talk about some of those fundraising events and other service groups and community groups that you've been working with or approaching.
I think actually Bill has done a lot of that, connecting with community service groups as well as local service providers for plumbing, electrical, roofing, and a lot of them have come forward and said that they would donate in kind to the Keystone House. And as well as we have raised over $300,000 that's in the bank that goes along with that. So we're well on our way for our first Keystone House in Cobourg. I guess one of the things that's really exciting is Al LeBlanc, a developer, has come forward and said that he would support the Keystone House initiative. And he has totally gone out there, approached architects, and they are doing up some plans for us. I've seen a couple that look amazing. And we have a lot identified for building our home.
Yeah, Al LeBlanc is a local builder. He's with Stallworth Homes, I believe.
No,
Parkview Hills.
Parkview Hills.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Parkview.
Sorry, Al.
Yeah, Parkview Homes.
But if I may, when you talk about some of the, and I think this is important, Dave, you take Al Rose, who has a development. He is one of the organizations we were working with, and I can tell you that all of them that we went to bent backwards for us, and they were very cooperative. But I guess common sense prevailed in the end, and as fundraisers and the board looking at what would be the best place and the least amount of cost to us, we had to choose Al because he had the best price. So to me, that was just a common sense move. But it's important that everybody understand that Al and Max and some of the others throughout
Well, this would be actually HBAC, right? The Home Builders
That's right.
Association of
They
Cobourg.
were very good to us, and they've bent backwards to support us. So they've been, and when I say they've been, all of them have been cooperative in bringing forward. When you look at gifts in kind, you've got somebody doing the roof, paying for it complete. someone doing the tile, the bathroom. I've got somebody for windows, for drapes, for furniture. Well, that's a tremendous amount of in-kind gifts that's going to bring the price down. So we're excited about it.
Yeah, we're very excited. I guess one of the things about how we chose the site as well was we had a volunteer come forward and help us do the pros and cons of each site. So it wasn't just something that we decided with very little information. We investigated it and then brought it forth to our board of directors, and they actually chose the site based on, you know, the economics of it, the suitability to possible families that would be living in that location as well. So there was a lot of criteria that we looked at before finally choosing that.
Where is the first site?
It's actually at Parkview Hills in Coburg, which is just off Division Street, just down from the 401 there on Highway 45. And it's lot 69 is the one that we've chosen. And so we're just going to go from there. Yeah.
Now, is this a whole new development as well, or is this just one home being
It's
built?
just one home. I guess one of the things that I'd like to say about Keystone House, it is a home. It's a home to support children that have lived with their family, and their families are starting to age. So we want to support those families in finding a suitable home for their children in the custom that they are accustomed to. So that's what Keystone's all about. It's not about another home in the community, just fitting people together. It's about matching people and their dreams and their wishes.
Well, that's kind of one of the things that you were hoping for as well, isn't it, Bill? When you were talking, the whole idea was starting to gel. That was really what we talked about in the last show as well, about the feeling of home.
That's right, Dave. We've come a long, long way in a year and a half, Bill, since we started this. It was originally to be a 3-year project. I think we're well ahead of time. And the idea of not building mini institutions is at the core of this. We want to build a home where these individuals can reside in safety and security and become part of the community.
Well, and I guess that's the key word, isn't it? Home and Keystone House, and you know, and I think we talked about that at length. Actually, the concern that some people had about whether or not it was going to be just another institutionalized situation, and I think we talked about that when we were talking about provincial funding for the program, just to ensure that it wasn't just another one of those provincially run group homes for persons with disability.
This is a pilot project, really. The government, through one of their initiatives some time ago, Nancy, you'll remember this, said we'd like to have a partnership with parents of disabled. Well, Keystone really took that comment to task, and we have developed a potential partnership that eventually I think will allow the government to support these individuals at a lower cost than they have right now. And that's important. A lot of people, I don't think, realize that this could be a very worthwhile pilot project which could be expanded across the province.
Well, let's go to that point for a second, because I know when the province came up with the idea that they were looking for partnerships, and you folks jumped on board immediately. I mean, the speed with which this has come to a head must have set the province on their ear. I mean, they were probably thinking, as you said, 3 years down the road, and you're looking like the project might even be completed in 3 years rather than waiting for the groundwork to having been laid.
Dave, this is one of a kind. The government's looking for ways to make it easier to look after the intellectually challenged children. And I believe they saw an opportunity with Northumberland County forming a marriage, coming together with the building of these homes. The understanding was that we would raise the money for the homes, and the government will set up a continuity program to pay for them from hereafter. And I got to say how delighted I was when Lou Rinaldi himself stopped me in the middle of the road to tell me that the government would be supporting it. You have no idea what a relief that is, because without that, then we can't go to the nonprofit clubs and everyone else to get the rest of the money to finish this program that we're working on. I believe also that when it comes to fruition in the next few months, that common sense will prevail, and the government's going to see how well it's worked. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this go right across Ontario, because it's been that successful.